I've tried to review this product now for about 3 months, and this is the Amazfit Helios Strap. And I'm more impressed than I thought I would be. So if you don't already know what the Amazfit Helios Strap is, it's pretty much a fitness tracker, which is faceless. So it's not like your typical Apple Watch or Garmin. All the information gets stored onto the device and then sent to your phone, where you can then track all the information, and you can't do it from the device itself. The Helios Strap competes with competitors such as Whoop, also the new Google Fitbit Air, and I'm going to be doing a review of that product. Subscribe if you want to see that video. But before that video, let's get back to the Helios. I've actually not worn the wrist strap that much. I have been using the strap on Amazon, which is a bicep band. Usually I wear a Garmin on my left wrist, so both my wrists are taken up, and that's why I then use the bicep band, is to just keep it quite discreet as well, instead of having it next to another fitness tracker. The armband was also super cheap. It was like 16 euros for something that convenient and that keeps it quite discreet. I think it's definitely worth looking into if you're looking at the Helios strap. The original strap is like a nylon material. It doesn't stretch at all, but it's quite comfy to wear, and you forget that it's on your wrist pretty quickly. As well as the armband, it's quite a stretchy nylon material. It can go around your arm pretty easily, and it will stretch out quite a lot easier compared to the wrist strap. And to be honest, most of the time I've forgotten that it's on my arm, so it's very nice to use, and I'm not complaining with it at all. And that's also why I primarily use the bicep strap, is just because you don't even notice that you're wearing it. It's definitely a great accessory. The funny thing is of me wearing it on my arm is that I've noticed that I didn't have to clean it as much. It didn't get as dirty as any of the other smartwatches that I've been wearing. And I think that purely came down to just how much it's moving on my arm. So when it's on my arm, it's quite stable, secure. It doesn't create a lot of friction at all on my skin. Whilst on my wrist, it's creating a lot of friction. You get a lot of dead skin cells on the sensors and everything. So that is one thing I've noticed with having it on my bicep as well. It just doesn't really make it messy at all. Workout tracking has been really good on this device, and you don't have to tell it when you're doing a workout or not. It just detects itself when you're doing the workout, and it's been very accurate on doing that. I've heard in the past that it was not very accurate at all, but apparently a software update came out earlier this year, and that really improved on that feature. Ever since I've been using it, it's just been great to use and not complained about that. And compared to my Apple Watch, it's also super similar. So I only had like 1 or 2 beats per minute difference in the average of most of my run. So it's been very accurate so far. I think also what helps with the accuracy is just that it's so lightweight, and there's nothing really to it, to be honest. Also, as I said, I keep it on my arm. I don't think it moves as much on my arm as it would on my wrist, and that gives it even better accuracy. The sleep tracking has also been super accurate with this. I particularly love the different stages in the sleep and how that is presented in the app. Your REM, deep and light sleep is presented very easily in the app, and it's easily readable as well. I also like knowing when I've actually gone to sleep and when I woke up, even though I normally know when I wake up. I don't really know when I go to sleep. That's a nice feature, and I've just enjoyed that. Of course, you can get that on other devices as well, but it's just how it's presented in the app that I really enjoy. Seeing that we're talking about the app, let's just go through what it looks like. So you have your sleep score on the left, which is pretty much just showing you how good your sleep was during your last night's sleep. In the middle, you have your hybrid charge. This is like a calculation that they do, which is kind of like a body charge. It gets your sleep data as well as your previous exercise data over the last couple of days, and then it determines what type of charge your body has. And on the right side, you also have your exertion. So your exertion is just all the exercise that you did throughout the day. This could be anything from running, gym, or just going for a quick walk, and it all adds up into there, and the Helios tracks it as well automatically. And that also helps determine your hybrid charge battery. There are also some other features in the app that I didn't really use a lot, but I actually quite liked. So for example, the food tracking and being able to track your different calorie intake that you had throughout the day. Also, I like how the calories is displayed. So you can see how many calories has been used by just living in general. but also how many calories is used whilst being on an exercise or just a walk throughout your day, which is quite nice to see them both and to compare the two so easily with how they present it. The battery on the device is also 10 days, which has been great for me. I've had no problems and I've got exactly 10 days from this device. Also, it charges really quickly, so within 90 minutes, you pretty much have a full charge on this device. And it's just great if you know you're just gonna sit down for a long period of time or you're gonna go and have a shower. just put it on the charger real quick and you'll get a lot of days of charge from that alone. Also, with just 5 minutes of charge, you can get like a day of battery life. So of course you have to take it off. When compared to a Whoop, you just put on a battery. To be honest, it's always good for your wrist or for your bicep to just let it breathe for a good 90 minutes and just let this thing charge whilst your arm or your wrist recovers a little. Because wearing it all the time is also just not good for your wrist in general. So the battery life has never been a concern for me at all. Also, the thing that makes the Helios strap super competitive is the price. It comes in at 99 euros, which is such a good price for a device like this. For the type of value you get, it's just insanely good. I mean, if you compare it to like Whoop's offerings, the cheapest one is like 200 euros a year, where the Helios strap just doesn't have a subscription at all. So it's a one-time payment and you're gonna get pretty much all the same features that Whoop has for a fraction of the price, which is such a great way to just get into fitness as well. And also what I like about the screenless design is that you just don't get distracted by wearing something like this. You just know it's on your wrist, it's gonna keep tracking what you're gonna be doing, and you don't need to think about it all the time or it vibrating all the time. And it's nice to have something that just doesn't distract you. So overall, would I pretty much recommend one of these after using it for 3 months? And to be honest, I would say yes, definitely. I do really love using the device itself. I prefer just wearing this instead of a smartwatch most of the time because I just don't want to get distracted by any notifications or any other type of things that might come through. And with it being on my bicep, I just don't get distracted that much because it's nice, secure, and I don't even notice that it's there. I'm getting all this data without feeling like I actually wear a fitness tracker, which is such a great thing to have. I've seen that the Google Fitbit Air is also a lot thinner than this apparently, so I can't wait to give that a try. So if you're interested in that video, just go down, subscribe, and then watch that video come through. So thank you guys for watching the video on the Helios strap, and I'll definitely be doing a comparison between this and the Google Fitbit Air. Of course, the Google Fitbit Air video will be coming out soon, so make sure you're subscribed for that, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.